Morning all. Just a very quick update from me because I haven't got a rally car here to actually do any footage with. The car's back up in Scotland with Neil Buckley because at the last event I had an overshoot and damaged reverse gear in the idler, so he took it back up there. It's all fixed and sorted and it's ready to go again. Got to put a new fire extinguisher in the car because Lifeline say that mine's over 10 years old and they don't support it. So sent up all my LED light bars that I had from my which I kept back from when I sold my Evo, and Neil's going to fit all that, so I've got some good lights for Goodwood because that was the problem I had last year. It was led the rally all day and then in the dark my lights were just not adequate when on the Evo. Just had a rubbishy old light pod and just missed a braking point, and Ian Hucklebridge was pushing me really hard and taking a bit of time out of me the second to last stage, which was in the dark, and it sort of spooked me a bit, and I tried to push a little bit harder on the last stage, had a spin and dropped me to second, so don't want anything like that to happen again, so once bitten twice shy. So Neil's on top of the preparation, and I've no doubt the car will be presented in absolutely immaculate order as normal. I got to say, it turned up at the last event, and you know, there was like not even a speck of dust on the flock dash. The attention to detail was phenomenal, and where I had a sort of a scuff on the front bumper which had exposed to a load of white where the paint had come off. You know, I hadn't asked them to do any of this, but you know, they got some black vinyl and just tidied it all up, and the car just looked absolutely amazing. Really pleased. I mean, the big news is that obviously Neil sent me a bill for rebuilding the rear diff, the front diff, the gearbox, and then doing all the little odds and sods that I wanted him to do. And I have to say, the labour charge was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, frankly, for all the work that was done, I'd have expected to pay that or maybe more if I'd have taken it to my local independent garage. You know, just if it were just a normal car and I had the same sort of level of work done. So, yeah, really good. Can't complain at all. Over the moon. The major problem, of course, is parts. Now, I had to have a lot of stuff, and that stuff is, yeah, none of it's cheap when you've got to buy it from M-Sport, and you keep filling up that little basket, click, and all of a sudden you've got an awful lot of expense. The worst part was that, of course, they didn't have a lot of the stuff that I needed, and so consequently Neil fortunately had a brand new gearbox there, which you know, he took apart and robbed a load of bits out of, which, you know, was very fortunate, otherwise I wouldn't have been doing that rally. And somebody also messaged me not long ago saying, you know, did I have some components? And I was like, no. And I said, you know, can you not get them from M-Sport? No, sadly I haven't got them either. So supply is not great for a lot of quite fundamental bits and pieces with these cars in there, unfortunately. And then of course I had to take a little bit of a sit down when the bill turned up because it was £8,000. Like I say, the labour charge of that was, you know, a very small proportion, but you know, there was an awful lot of bits and pieces, and that's what really racked up and made it expensive. Then obviously I damaged the reverse gear, and that had to be put right as well, and then there's a little bit of re-prep and this, that and the rest of it. Again, labour charge, very reasonable, but you know, this stuff's expensive, and so I ended up with another £1,600. So basically, all in all, I've done about 10 grand on the car. So if you are thinking of getting an R5, beware. You know, this kind of stuff can come along. Yeah, I'm trying to run it on a bit of a shoestring here. You know, I've managed to sell a few bits and pieces to keep it going, but don't be fooled into thinking like with something like an Evo, you can almost run them sort of off eBay, but not with these cars. Yeah, so next up's Goodwood. That's in, what, about a fortnight's time now, whatever the date is, 2nd of December. Got Steve McNulty sat in with me, and yeah, looking for a good result there, flat out. So not a lot else to report. Obviously I've been trying to run this car as a clubman and failed. I think if I had a bit more savvy and a bit more technical know-how and a better workshop, you know, you can run these easy enough if you know what you're doing. But you know, I've never been able to rebuild a transmission whether I had a blooming Nissan Micra or a Fiesta R5, so frankly it makes no material difference as far as that's concerned. You know, I'd have had to outsource these jobs anyway. But also just staying on top of like just a level of preparation that, you know, if you've got an expensive car like this, it needs to be tip top, and I don't have the time to dedicate to it. And you know, now I've found somebody that's, you know, really kind of meets with my expectations, and you know, didn't even have to say anything, it's just done. Yeah, I can't speak more highly of Neil Buckley and his guys. And the only reason that I suppose I'd never thought about using them before is because they're in Scotland. But I mean, if they're bringing the car to the event for you, I mean, they might as well be in Timbuktu for all that matters. And they're happy to do it. So I'm happy with the arrangement. So I think certainly for the foreseeable, it will stay with Neil. And next year, I don't know what I'm going to do really. I mean, I'm going to try and do Brands Hatch stages. Clacton's cancelled, so don't know. Maybe I'll go up and do something like the Jim Clark, which pretty much runs past Neil's workshop. So it'll be me doing the travelling for once. But yeah, don't know. I'm going to just take it easy, get over this massive amount of expense I've just had, do the next couple of events, which will be Goodwood and then Brands Hatch, and then just take a view. But if I end up doing slightly fewer events but better events, and managing the expense and everything that way, and just, you know, I mean, rallying can be quite an intrusion on your sort of personal life, family life, business life, all those things. So yeah, I don't mind doing a few less events to you know, manage all of that, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So that's pretty much it for now. No further updates until I'm at Goodwood in a couple of weeks' time, and then we'll have a full video again. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.